everyone. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
My name is Amber Powell, and I have a little story for you. A few weeks ago, my 9-year-old asked if she could drive my car. And my response was a resounding, absolutely not. Are you insane? You're 9 years old. It's not going to happen. But it wasn't until she began to make her case for herself that something kind of clicked. Don't worry, I wasn't going to give her the keys or anything. It's just she was able to make her case in a very sophisticated way where she almost had me. And I learned two things that day. One, she's right. She has the ability to be very convincing. And two, I should probably start sleeping with my keys under my pillow or something. But it was in that I learned that maybe I should give her a little bit more freedom to make some more decisions. Maybe she is a little bit more responsible than I was giving her credit for. And I think we should do that with all of our children. Now don't worry, I'm not talking about relinquishing complete control, because children absolutely need boundaries. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I think that those boundaries, however, should be adjusted as we go. So we can start with giving the illusion of options. So maybe trying out, would you like to take a bath or a shower? The child is still getting clean, but they get to decide how they get clean. And they have a little bit more control over their environment. They're a little bit more comfortable. They're more confident. And everybody's a little bit happier. No more stinky children, right?
Right.
It's with that we learn that confident children become confident teenagers, who then become confident adults. And according to 60% of parents polled from a study done at the University of Michigan, 24% felt that their children weren't mature enough. 22% felt that they didn't have enough time, and 14% felt that they either didn't know enough or that they weren't taking enough responsibility. Giving our children the opportunity to make their own choices and allowing them that confidence gives them the ability to take accountability when things don't go right. They learn life lessons earlier and better on before the consequences become irreversible or something that's a lot more difficult to get out of than, say, wearing the wrong color shirt for that day, right? So with this, we respect them as entry-level adults. That's kind of what I think they are. And we respect their space, we allow them to make mistakes, and they have the practice to go against and readjust as life goes along. You know, with the different ebbs and flows in life, we all have to constantly learn how to adjust and readjust time and time again. We give them that opportunity to do that a lot sooner. They'll be a lot more confident in their decision making way earlier. So I know what you're thinking. Maybe kids, they just don't know what's best for them, right? They don't know what's best for themselves yet. But I'll implore you to consider this. If you want your child to be an Olympic athlete, when do they start training for that? Do they start training at 5 years old or 2 years before the Olympics? If they start training at 5, they're very likely they got a good shot, right? But if you start training them 2 years beforehand, they're not going to even get in the door. So with this, we have to understand, we have to look at that decision making as a muscle, the muscles we have to build to grow, to be able to be confident to do better things. Our little people will become big people in big positions. And if we continually treat them as if they're little people, then we will eventually have small people in big positions, right? Constantly telling our children, you can be anything you'd like to be and then some. And then constantly turn around and stifling their ability to make the decision to do so tells them the opposite. So what do we want to do? We want to respect their space, give them the confidence to make their own decisions, because some of the greatest people that history has ever seen have had plenty of practice making the decision to be great to begin with. Now, according to a 2018 article in the Washington Post, it says that there's a few things that we should be discussing with our children, and that's encouraging living with and expecting regret. That is a vital part of the process to raising happy, healthy, well-adjusted adults, and that is our future. The children that we raise today will be in our workforce, they will run our government, they will teach their children, and so on and so forth. Who do we want there? Who is responsible for who we put there? Give them that ability, give them that practice, plenty of time, starting as early as you possibly can, to give them the ability to be the greatest that they can be. Let's not stifle them, because Whitney Houston said it best, right? The children are our future. You're supposed to teach them well and let them lead the way, right? And then we can put ourselves in confident, happy, well-adjusted hands and rest in retirement. I'd like to thank you all for coming out and listening to me speak. You guys have been a wonderful audience. Thank you very much.